Tiffany Henyard's replacement in the south suburbs. The township salary ordinance says a first-term supervisor should be paid $57,000.
So why is the new supervisor still bringing home six figures?
Is there a Tiffany Henyard 2.0? She's only been out of office for a few months, so it's still too early to tell. But her successor as Thornton Township Supervisor is off to an interesting start. Hi, I'm Ben Bradley. If you've followed our WGN Investigates reports for the past 2 years, you know South suburban residents have been through a lot. They picked up the tab for first-class travel, fancy meals, and more under Tiffany Henyard. When voters gave her the boot, a more seasoned politician took the reins. State Senator Napoleon Harris helped engineer her ouster and took the supervisor's job for himself.
This is the professional Democratic machine, tried and tested, and it appears that they have taken.
All right, so y'all already know the saga of Tiffany Henyard. She basically ran Dalton like it was her own personal ATM. Scandal after scandal, spending sprees, and a trail of taxpayer money that vanished like smoke. Eventually, the people had enough, they booted her. And now, stepping in to replace her, none other than former NFL linebacker turned political heavyweight, Napoleon Harris.
We're going to return to tonight's suburban elections, and it was a big night for opponents of soon-to-be former Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Yes, Jason House, who beat her in a primary, wins at the Dalton mayor's seat in a landslide, and State Senator Napoleon Harris, who successfully kept her off the ballot in Thornton Township, will take over now.
Thornton Township, can y'all hear me? I say Thornton Township, can you hear me? Thornton Township, y'all came and y'all showed out today. Y'all showed out today. I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you guys in the room. My name is Napoleon Harris, if y'all didn't know.
We lost the old supervisor and in came a new one. Now check this out, the base salary for the township supervisor position. $57,000, a far cry from the $220,000 Tiffany Henyard was pulling in. But here's the catch. Thornton Township has this system where a supervisor's pay doesn't skyrocket until they've been re-elected a few times. Oh, and if you forgot, Tiffany rigged the game before she got the boot with a slick little ordinance to protect her own bag. That shady ordinance said if she won re-election, she'd keep her fat salary. But if she lost, the next person would get hit with a huge pay cut. Translation: $224,000 if it's Tiffany, but only $25,000 if it's anybody else. A straight-up trap to discourage challengers. Napoleon Harris walked into the job and looked at that $25,000 like, yeah, no thanks. So the board gave him the official starting rate of $57,000, but trust, he wasn't stopping there now. Remember, this is a part-time job. But Harris, he's already got another part-time job as a sitting state senator making $100,000 a year. So now he's stacking checks. $57,000 from Thornton and $100,000 from Springfield. But here's where it gets dirty. Harris wanted that Tiffany-level money, and he found a sneaky little way to get it. He went full mastermind mode and tried to write himself a raise. In the form of a state law, he proposed a bill in Springfield. That would override Thornton's local salary rules and let him legally cash in big. Problem was, the bill didn't pass. But did he stop there? Nope, he pulled a political magic trick. During Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week, yes, that someone slipped in his exact salary language onto page 90 of a completely unrelated bill. And just like that, he snuck in the raise anyway. That bill, supposedly about medical awareness, had fine print that rewrote township pay rules. And when you read the language, it's a copy-paste job from Napoleon's failed bill. It says no township can lower a supervisor's salary while keeping the incumbents high, which means, surprise, Tiffany's old ordinance. Now, legally, void. So guess who gets to pocket $224,000 again? Yup, Napoleon Harris. And how much is he actually raking in now? The numbers are wild. He gets a $22,000 base plus $54,000 in expenses, just like Tiffany did. That's already $76,000 for a part-time job. But wait, thanks to that sneaky bill language, he also gets an extra $200,000. Add it all up, and it's insane. And don't forget, he's still collecting that $123,000 state Senate salary, too. Let's break it down. For 2 part-time jobs, Napoleon Harris is making just under $380,000 a year. That's more than the governor. This man is cashing checks like it's the NBA. Who knew public service paid like this? I don't know about y'all, but I'd love to clock in for 20 hours a week and walk out with $250,000. This ain't government, it's a hustle, and it's all happening in a township that's not swimming in cash. This is the exact kind of political maneuvering people thought they were voting out when they got rid of Tiffany Henyard. But surprise, surprise, it's the same game, different jersey. WGN confronted Harris and hit him with the hard questions, and instead of owning it, he ducked and deflected. Watch how he tries to dance around this. Reporter, given what these residents have been through, do you think it's a good look to do the same stuff you criticized? Harris, I never publicly despised anybody. I just support the needs of the people of Thornton Township. Sir, what? No one's saying you broke the law? You didn't. But what you did do is exploit every loophole in the book to drain money from a struggling township into your own pockets. It might be legal, but it sure as hell ain't ethical. And that's the real problem. He's playing the system like a pro. He set the stage before even getting elected. He worked around the rules to make sure that once he got in, that check would be fat. Thornton Township didn't just replace Tiffany with something better. They replaced her with a smarter version who knew how to write himself a raise before moving in. And now he's living large while the people are left asking questions. This man is making more than Supreme Court justices. Let that sink in. He's pulling nearly $400,000 off to part-time gigs. It's insane. And honestly, this is Tiffany Henyard 2.0, the sequel. Everyone sees it clear as day. You'd have to be willfully blind not to notice the exact same blueprint playing out all over again. And the sad part, you look around and ask yourself, what do we even do now? Because the system is broken, completely broken. Thornton Township got rid of Tiffany just to replace her with the male version. The suits changed, but the scam stayed the same. This man is pocketing $250,000 from one part-time job alone. How is that okay in a township struggling to meet basic needs? It's like watching a rerun of a show you hated the first time, and now it's back with worse writing. And the worst part, you try to tell the voters what's going on. You say, hey, look at the pattern. Maybe it's time to vote differently. And every single time you get shut down, you say, maybe try a Republican, just to break the cycle. But nah, they double down. Same party, same problem. Then they cry about corruption, while handing power to the next Democrat who's ready to rob them blind. Napoleon Harris. I'll give him credit, the man's slick. He crossed the I's and dotted the T's before he even sat down in that chair. But slick doesn't mean ethical. It just means harder to catch. At the end of the day, the new boss is the same as the old boss: fat checks, power moves, and a community left in the dust. Thornton didn't get saved. They got finessed. Again, so welcome to Thornton Township, Illinois, where the names change, but the corruption stays locked in. My name's E. the Lawyer. And if you've made it this far and still haven't liked, subscribed, or shared this video, I don't know what to tell you. Clearly, you were watching. Clearly, you get it. So hit that button. My name is E. the Lawyer, and I'm out.